Hi guys, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do some home improvement small things together on my birthday. Today's my birthday. Also happy birthday to Christy out there because I know we're birthday twins. You said that in my comment section. I appreciate you. Happy birthday. I know you're seeing this after the fact, but I hope the sentiment is still there. But today we're just going to hang out, do some home improvement things together. There's some small projects here and there that aren't going in any specific home renovation video. You know, like it's not like a dedicated office video. It's not a dedicated bathroom video. It's not the dedicated living room video. It's none of those things. It's just little things here and there that I wanted to fix up and do. And I thought we could just chit chat, hang out, and do these things together. So let's do that today. Okay, so first thing I need to do today is handle this, okay? Let me move you a little closer. This is our staircase to go up to our bedroom. I've actually never lived in a house with 2 stories before. I've lived in apartments that are on the 2nd floor, but I've never lived in a 2-story house before. It's just not a thing where I come from unless you're like rich. I think it's fancy to have staircase in your house, okay? And then also speaking of staircase, I love the documentary The Staircase on Netflix, and then I'm watching the HBO show. It's pretty solid. They did a great job on casting. But this wall, yes, I'm doing it with this brush. I ran out of rollers and I already got some on the floor. This wall looks like that because it was a big patch job. Now when we moved in, at the top of the staircase, like right here, there was a built-in, well, it wasn't built in, but it was painted over a million times, so it ripped all the paint off the wall. It was a big, like, hook thing for, like, all your coats. Why you would not do that in the entryway and you would put it at the bottom of the stairs is beyond me. I was not a fan, so I was like, hey, let's take it off. And little did I know it was painted a million times over. And then it was also screwed so far into this wood that we had to patch the holes and then proceed to sand everything down, like fill it, sand it, everything. It's a whole mess. And also I realized I should have picked up rollers before today, but do I really want to spend my time going to Walmart? Not necessarily. This is not that big of an area. I can handle it this way. But regardless, this wall has been like this for like 3 weeks because I've been doing other projects and just have not got around to painting this yet, like to fix it. It just has not been on my mind. I mean, I've seen it and I'm like, ooh, I need to do that. But it hasn't been a priority yet. And now that I finally finished, like today I finished filming the like talking portion of my living room makeover that was like on my mind forever. I finally felt like today was the day where I could handle the small projects that had just been looming over my head and not really been a priority compared to other things. Also, the Johnny Depp trial has been going on and that's been consuming a lot of my time. I have not been replying to emails like I should be, quite frankly, because that's just been all over my mind. I've been watching Emily D. Baker's coverage of it and it's been consuming me. But since tomorrow is closing arguments, that should be the most interesting day, and then I shouldn't be consumed by the thought of it every day. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people are like really into this trial, right? We're not going to talk about the specs of the case because I deleted that video talking about it for a reason. I didn't realize it would be such a hot topic. I'm not talking about opinions here. I'm just saying that it's been intriguing me. And I know it's been intriguing a lot of people, but as someone who's been like obsessed with Johnny Depp since they were maybe 9, 10, it's been extra juicy for me, I think. Which feels weird to say because it's not supposed to be drama. It's not drama, and I don't enjoy drama content because it gives me a bad mind frame. I feel like it's not healthy for people to consume all the time. But this, to me, I like to know the ins and outs of the legal thing, especially as someone who just has an interest in true crime, has watched a lot of court cases and like documentaries and stuff. It's intriguing to see the entire process in and out. Because a lot of times in documentaries, stuff is cut, the interesting parts are all you see, and sometimes the boring parts are kind of intriguing to me as well. I like to see the specialists come in and give their opinion on stuff. Also, I know some of you guys are probably going to ask how old I am now. I'm 28. I'm 28. I I know that's not old. I'm not even 30, right? But I don't know, man. Compared to these people on TikTok, I feel old now. But I know that's not, because I'll look at someone who's like 35, I'm like, oh, you're not old at all. You are still a fresh peach. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for me, it's like, oh my gosh, I do have a lot of things going for me, like, for my age. I really do. We have a house now. I'm painting our house. That's amazing. I'm married. I have 5 cats and, you know, all that. My little family members. But for some reason, I don't think people take you as seriously if you're an adult but you don't have children. And let me explain. Because people are going to be like, oh, Bridget, you're 28. Your time is ticking. Tick, tick, tick. That's the sign. That's the sound of your life flashing before your eyes, or whatever. Whatever that guy said on Dexter. I feel like I'm still pretty young. I feel like I don't have it together, so I'm pretty young. But, like, I don't know. I feel like when people have, like, kids in a family, they're way more respected as adults than someone like me who literally puts makeup on her face for a living and has a bunch of cats. Like, just because they made the decision to have a bunch of children early in their life does not make me less established than them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why I feel like that. But I just see it all the time. I see someone being a parent and they're like, oh, they're doing so much. And then people look at me and they're like, oh, painting your bedroom black. You know? Like, yeah, we don't have to do things at the same times in life. Like, life's not meant to be a universal, you know, do this by this certain date. I had it set in my mind that I had to be married and have a designated career path by 25. That was always my goal in life. The entire time growing up, I said, like, by 25, I wanted to have it together, and I was an idiot until I was 25. Like, I did not know anything. I had a very, different life than some people, I think. Especially, you know, once I became an adult and then I left home and, you know, did everything by myself with no assistance from anyone. And then I had a lot of bad experiences in my life. So I feel like for being 28 and having all those negative connotations and bad things happen to me that did happen, I feel like I've been doing pretty well. I feel like I've adjusted pretty well for this small time period of, you know, actually being able to live my life for me. You know? Like, someone who grew up wealthy and, you know, their parents bought them a car when they turned 16 and they went off to college and their parents were paying for them to, you know, go to college, didn't have to work, they just did all this, got a career, blah, blah, blah. I feel like people who like that had nothing bad happen to them. I'm not saying it's, I mean, good for them. I'm glad nothing bad happened to them. I'm just saying I feel like they had an advantage over people like me who, like, was practically homeless for a while. You know? And I feel like I've pretty well adjusted since then. So I'm proud of myself for how far I made it for my age. However, I do recognize that I've made a lot of mistakes in my life and that I was not a perfect person. And that I should have taken my mental health seriously at a younger age. But I thought it was just the trauma that I had suffered that was making me unhappy all the time, I guess. And I think that does have something to do with it. But once you determined your own mental health problems and you talk with it with a professional and about how to help it, it does make a difference too. And I don't think medication's for everyone. Medication is terrifying. But I see so many people get on medication, they feel so much better about themselves, and I think it's amazing. I don't know how meds came into this conversation. I'm just saying mental health is important and people don't take meds seriously when they should. You know, like, okay, let me just lower you. We'll sit down here while I'm doing the lower part and chat. So I see a lot of TikToks of young kids, right? Probably like 18, 19, being like, ha ha ha, I'm mentally unstable. And yeah, if you know that about yourself, it's totally fine to make a joke about it. It's about you, you know? However, I worry that these kids aren't taking it seriously enough to, like, address the problems, recognize it, seek help, other than just being like, it's okay to be crazy. And I don't like that word as it is. You know? I just want people to, like, now that I'm an older person, now that I'll officially admit that I'm in my late 20s, I just I look back on things when I was like, I was supposed to have my life together by 25. I look at myself at 25, I'm like, girl, you did not know what you were doing. You were unhappy constantly, and there were so many things you needed to cut out of your life, and I'm glad you did. But if you had done that sooner, maybe your life would have been on a better trajectory sooner, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, the day I decided to not consume drama videos, right? Like, I wasn't gonna watch that stuff anymore. My mental health, so much better. I can't even describe it, and I don't know why. I think it's because, okay, like, drama is entertaining and it draws people in, right? And then like you're like, ooh, that's someone else's messiness you can just watch from afar. It gave me a bad, I would wake up paranoid a lot, and I was always just unhappy during that time. And when I cut it out, it really made a huge difference in my life. Oh my god, I almost spilled my paint. Oh my god. So I think small things like that, if I had done it sooner, maybe I would have been happier and in a better place sooner. I think that, I mean, I didn't want this to be a whole mental health video, you guys. I did not need this. But I think that's a good point, because I look back at, like, I was supposed to be doing this by 25, according to my own teenage brain that thought that was the epitome of being an adult, was 25. I look at things that I changed since then. I'm like, wow, I'm so much better mentally. And I still have my bad days, for sure. But, man, things have come so far. And you know what? When I was like 19, 20, having the worst moments of my life where I was practically homeless and in an abusive relationship, physically and mentally, but physically was somehow better than the mentally. I just thought about, like, if people talk about mental health and I knew what I was going through at the time, then, like people are talking about now, I would probably be in a much better place by then, you know? But people were not talking about it 5 or 6 years ago. Anyways, I'm going to finish painting this last section of the wall, and then we're going to move on to the next project, because I don't know how this got to be a mental health video. It's supposed to be like a, oh, how old are you now, Bridget? Type of thing. But I'm proud of myself is all I'm saying. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for helping to improve my mental health rather than dwelling in what it was. And I'm also proud of myself for taking the initiative to find someone who takes care of me, and we can grow together and create things. That's all. Okay, so the next project is in these Alex drawers. These drawers are still a mess. Like, I have not reorganized them yet since moving, and everything's just everywhere. However, these things slide around a lot. So I have this clear museum gel, which someone purchased off of my Amazon list, so I want to thank them for that. It always goes back flat. I know it looks like there's nothing in here, but this stuff you just pinch a little bit. So I got a little piece. It's so weird. It's like, it's not sticky or anything, but you just take a little ball of it, flatten it, and put it under something, and it'll stop it, once you squish it down, from moving around. So like museums do it so that they can put something on the shelf and it's not going to fall over. So it only takes a little bit. Sometimes I need to put it on the back of one of these things too. So I'm going to put a little bit on the front and back of this organizer so it doesn't move around. It really just gives things a little bit of grip. It's not the most stable thing in the world. It doesn't work 100%, but it's better than like super gluing an organizer and then you can't get it out later. Project number 3, we are outside. Now, I probably told you this, guys, before. I know that this yard video has not come out yet, but screen and porch is being built. Okay, screen and porch is being built, and it's messy out here because it's just been a lot of stuff going on. We got yard projects going on, and then building in the screened rooms. There's a lot of tools, ladders and stuff, and I just need to clean it up a little bit because it's kind of a mess. There's some things I don't know if I can move. Like, we have some self-leveling concrete my husband used yesterday on a project around the back side of the house. But I don't know if he's done with it, so I don't know if I'm allowed to take it inside. You know, I don't know exactly how much I can actually do out here, but I know we didn't need excessive leaves all through here. And then also, like, my string lights didn't need to be in a box. Throw away, or put away some of the stuff inside that needs to be laundry. So, slightly cleaned up out here, couldn't do that much.
Look at this honey. Look at the honey. He's a honey. He is sweet honey. Oh, thank you for the kiss.
No matter what I do, there's a shadow on my face. Oh well. So welcome to my shop room floor. This room is a mess. There's like pictures behind me that I don't know where they're going. There's an extra printer behind me that I've retired. This closet's full of home renovation stuff and extra makeup stuff, sponsorship video stuff. So I actually, my husband put this bin in my room. This is my room. Because it doesn't belong in his. And he said it's full of decor that I need to go through. It's not even full. He'd be lying. It's full of decor that I needed to go through. So I figured we would go through it and see what I'm going to put in the living room. I know I already filmed that living room reveal video, but I didn't know I had more decor. Might be a problem. But, oh, so a picture of Marilyn Monroe. I'm going to put this back here behind me with extra pictures of Marilyn that I have. We have this spine candle holder. It's in rough shape. My husband actually 3D printed this for me when we first started dating. And even though it's like rough quality up close, I still think it's pretty cool. And I do have a anatomically correct human spine replica used in medical schools in my entryway of my house. So I think spines are like a really cool thing. So I have that. I don't really know if I can use it as decor because again, it's in rough shape. And next in here I have this. It's a little decorative bottle from Joann's a couple years ago. I have more decorative bottles. This one is from Michael's, I believe, a couple years ago. I don't know why I bought decorative bottles. Like now I don't even use them. I have 3 of these. They're for like little succulents and stuff. They're skulls. I want to use these. These were a wedding gift from a subscriber, which I thought was super sweet. I have 3 of these. I was going to keep like pens in them, but they're not that tall. They kind of just falls over. So I'm thinking like little succulents would be cute now that I actually have room in places for plants. Next in here is a scorecard for Congo River Golf. I think this is the one where he beat me by 1 or something. I don't know. Okay, next is a kitty cat. Someone gave me this kitty cat. It's a candle holder thing. I think they thrifted it and they found it and they thought of me. Isn't it cute? I have never used it though. And then I have a chain of keys that I got from Home Goods 2 years ago, I think. So it's like, they're just on a thing. The thing is, in the box, they look really pretty. They're very rose gold pinky. So I think that's why they didn't, like they went up in my apartment before I moved in with Cortland. And then I haven't used them since, and that's been like almost 2 years ago. So yeah, I don't know if, I mean, I don't want to get rid of them because they're cute like cat head shapes and keys and stuff, but they're very rose gold. And then I have a basket. This is just a basket from Target. A cord to something. Who knows what that is? That should be in his room for sure. I do like this basket though. I'm glad I found this basket. I have a jigsaw mask where I posted risque pictures of myself wearing a jigsaw mask because I'm that person. We have a charger for a Roomba that should not be in this box. A Feline Way cat calming air freshener that did not work and it was like 30 bucks. A filter for the Roomba, but the Roomba's not in this box. Let's see. Oh, we have some coasters from World Market. I don't think it was this year. I think it was the year before. But we have just some tarot card coasters. These could go in the kitchen actually, or like in my coffee bar area. That's cute. Let's see what these are. We have spooky clear stamps. I don't know if these are clear stamps or they're just like those jelly sticker things. We have these. These are probably, this is $4.99. I would never pay $5 for these. You were probably in a mystery box from Michael's or they were like 90% off. I think they were actually like 70 or 90% off. And I was like, yeah, get that serotonin boost from buying some spooky stuff that you don't need. And then this is crystals. It's just like a little crystal thing I bought from Amazon to give the cats rainbows. For our screen and porch, we had this on the screen and porch hanging so the cats could chase the rainbows when the sun hits it. Like they'd be reflect like rainbows everywhere. It worked once in a while, but not much light hit our apartment. And then the only other thing in here is this, which is a broom, Salem Broom Co. Surveyor of Enchanted Brooms, 1962. I think it's supposed to be 1692, but it says 1962. That's supposed to go in a broom closet, but I don't have a broom closet, so whenever I find a broom closet, that'll be great. And now look, I got an empty container. So yeah, that was fun. I mean, I don't know what to do with all this decor now. Like, what do I do with these things? What do I do with them? I guess I could just put them in this basket until I need this basket. I do like the spine though. These are pretty too. These would be cute in the bathroom, but I haven't done the bathroom makeovers yet, besides that one small one that I didn't want too much decoring because it's small, you know? So I'm basically just transporting everything that was in this big tote into a small basket. This is trash though. Condensing, my friends. Sometimes condensing equals cleaning, because now look, we got a free tote to put who knows what kind of junk in it. Although I did like this purple tote. These came in purple and orange during Halloween time at Target, and they didn't have that many orange, so I got some purple ones. So I thought purple and orange storage would be so much cuter than like generic storage. Okay, washed my hands, cleaned up a little bit, and now it's in my shop room. This is my shop room. Welcome, small business. And I bought another one of these off Amazon. It is a like compact blush holder, but I use these to hold stickers. So I have stickers in here and a couple magnets, but some of them are sharing a slot, so it's hard for me to find things. So I need to organize these. And I also have a couple new stickers coming in soon that I need a place for. So things that are double layered, I need to move, and then things that are smaller can go in this one. This one's more wide. So I just need to organize stickers. Is that exciting at all? Now on this side, I know everything's on the top, so it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. I have all of my like labels. So I have some small bags and a couple free gifts here, some fragile stickers, little baggies, a whole thing of stickers that I use, free gifts, thank you for my business, little spooky ones, little like thank you, caution, have a good smile on your face kind of deal, and then regular small thank yous that I use for different things. So I need to, first of all, take all the extra, I'm so terrible about this, having all the extra just like used paper out. I'm so bad about taking this extra stuff off, I swear. And then I need to restock this little thing right here. So I have some spooky mail stickers. They come on a big sheet. I just cut them out so I have them easily accessible. Some thank you cards. Thank you for supporting my small business. And here I keep horror or Halloween themed stickers, and then I keep kitty cat ones. So if you order more kitty cat cutesy stuff, you'll usually get a free sticker of a cutie kitty cat. Or if you order more spooky things, you'll get a free sticker, sometimes 2 or 3, it depends, of like a Halloween or horror themed one. So I need to restock those. I have a pack of kitty cat ones. So just like to refill this thing every once in a while. This one has a blow fish hat on. I don't know, this one's in a little floaty. I like to refill these every once in a while. And if I'm having a really slow week, usually I'll give away more free stickers. Just because I'm like, thank you, it's a hard week for my small shop. So I try to throw in more free ones. These are Halloween themes. They're more matte feeling, honestly. So we have like spooky pumpkins. We have a Sam from Trick or Treat. We have some vintage inspired ones, some cutesy ones. Here's a cat and a pumpkin. I just like to refill this thing full of, you know, my free cards, spooky stickers. Usually spooky stickers go on Etsy orders, which I don't get that many Etsy orders. Because I don't have that much up there, honestly. And then kitty cats and pumpkin ones. This is just a sticker well, it's not, I use it as sticker organizer. It's just a little clear organizer with a base or cap from Dollar Tree, but I keep the bottom underneath because I don't need the top. So this area is a little more cleaned up now. I don't know. I feel like I need to put this, like, so this is just like an organizer like this with the top on it. I took the top and put it at the bottom. I think I need to have my husband drill a hole to put my fragile stickers in one of these too, and just you know, having the roll up here. But yeah, so stickers are refilled and stickers are organized technically, so that's pretty good. Next thing is I need to figure out what to do with my Etsy stuff. So like I said, Etsy, not a big thing for me. I list some of the things up there. I have like a lot of digital designs up there, but I don't like, majority of my products are not on Etsy. You know, it's not like a priority. My actual website, theopencurve.com, is the priority, which is why it has 95% more products up there. However, Etsy is good for selling digital things, like digital images and stuff, you know, like digital designs people can just download and use for whatever they want. That's why I have an Etsy mostly. But this is my like actual Etsy inventory. It's not much, like I said, but I have like this container of, you know, earrings and stickers. This one is more earrings, this one's wax melts, and then I have this big one, which is wax melts, but none of this is very well organized, so I want to take the wax melts out of this big container and organize them to match the rest of the organizers here, because like everything's in like thin organizers except this stuff. So organizers go, I have this one that was $2.99 at Ross, just a small cosmetic bin. I got this one that matches one of the things are already in, and then I also have this one, which these are my favorite ones. I have all of my wax melts, my regular shop inventory in these, and then one of my wax melt things for Etsy in here. So I have more of these. This was $2.99 as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the majority of them in these. Like, you know, I love this organizer, like I said. Stick these in here. And then the extra ones I'm just going to put in this one. This is a little bit of a wider container. But again, it's not mini wax melt, so I think it's going to fit just fine. Oh yeah, that fits just fine. So instead of having this big thing, I'm going to have these two small things to put my Etsy stuff on. Okay, Etsy inventory is a little bit cleaner now, but never going to be as clean as like my full shop inventory. Look at these. This looks so pristine. I'm super proud of this organization and the underweave candles and everything. I want to do a full shop makeover video because this isn't like the walls are beige, you know, like it's not like everything I wanted, obviously, and especially like my setup for my heat press in here and everything. Not ideal, but I do love how this looks right here. Like this, I love. You know, I have no idea if this video was entertaining in the slightest. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know how to gauge these things where it's just me redoing random shit in my house. But I do have to go edit now. That's going to be a whole thing. I have to edit that living room video, this living room video. I think you're going to see that before you see this one, and I'm super excited for it. I'm so excited for it. It's going to be so fun because it's just a big project. I did a different kind of video than like with my other Flip the Crypt videos where I was like talking you through as I did things and inserted footage of us doing it. This one I filmed like a whole hour-long spiel talking about the process, and then I'm going to go over it and edit in the clips of the process. It's going to be like a whole thing. I'm not used to doing commentary and then clipping in footage afterwards. I'm usually like commentary doing it, you know? This one's going to be a little bit different, you know, like a sit-down interview with myself talking about what we did type of deal. It's a little odd, but I'm looking forward to like seeing how it turns out in the end, see if it was worth the extra effort. But you know, anyways, thank you guys so much for spending the day with me. I know it wasn't the entire day, but thank you for hanging out. Like, it's nice to just be able to chat. I feel like, I know I'm just chatting to myself because there's no one else here, but I feel like maybe you guys, like, when you see this video, will understand what I was trying to say. Like, never feel bad about where you are at your point in your life, even if you think other people are ahead of you or people are more established than you, it seems like, because other people probably didn't have the disadvantages that you did. You know, I like to think about things that way lately, and it's made me feel a lot better about myself. And also, like, taking charge of, like, trying to be better mentally has been a journey. You know, you reflect a lot when you're older. You know, I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any recommendations for me on how to step up my views on my channel, I'd appreciate it. I know this type of video itself is not very searchable. But this one's just like an extra bonus video that I didn't know what to do this week. But yeah, as far as like video channel goes, and channel's struggling, it's not really paying the bills anymore. Beauty content's gone downhill, so I tried to branch out into the home renovation Flip the Crypt series. It's not really doing what I was hoping either, so I'm not really sure what direction to take my channel. I've been considering changing the name of my channel just to my name, just because it'd be like a refresh for the channel. I don't know, but if you have any suggestions on how to like help bring new people to the channel, bring views. I don't really care about subscribers as much as views lately, but yeah, just let me know, because I'm stuck right now. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great and safe day wherever you are. World's crazy. Be safe. Be aware of your surroundings at all times, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.